Now from a labour dispute to a major political crisis and the biggest threat that's ever faced South Africa's ruling ANC since it took power. 34 miners were shot dead by police when a strike at the Lonmin mine turned into running battles. Under the terms of a peace accord, their colleagues are meant to return to work on Monday, but furious strikers have accused the ANC of betraying them and failing to stand up for their interests. From South Africa, here's Inigo Gilmore.
The imposing electricity pylons that feed the mines of Marikana bypass this bleak squatter camp, where those who toil below ground grind out a life on the margins. Paseka Ramosebetsi is one of the striking miners who recently joined protests over low wages.
This is my place, and I'm only have some tables, and this is my bed where I'm sleeping.
Paseka has lived in this basic shack for the past 9 years. There's no electricity, no running water. It's a meagre existence. He doesn't even have a mattress. He earns about £300 a month, but sends most of it back home to support his extended family.
I'm doing a hard work, but the people who are working at surface and the managers, HRs, they are getting good salaries and good bonuses. But we are working underground, we get nothing.
Like many, Paseka says he's bitter that the ANC government, once the champions of workers' rights, now seem to have other priorities.
They just want the money and building beautiful house, going with beautiful cars, and we suffering just down there. They don't care for us. Look, we are staying in the shacks now. There's no road, no water.
The tragedy here in Marikana has cast a harsh spotlight on the disparities of life in South Africa. 18 years after the end of apartheid, there is deep resentment towards an ANC leadership that is reaping the profits of power, while millions in places like this continue to struggle. President Jacob Zuma has been harshly criticized for his weak response to the crisis, although he says he is deeply concerned about what happened in Marikana and is committed to improving workers' conditions. But the feeling remains that too few have prospered in the new South Africa.
The ANC said, look at me, look at this country. I assure you that your tomorrow will be better than your today. A lot of people are saying we've been waiting 18 years. You put in a lot of money, but it seems to be enriching just a few. And so a lot of people are saying we're giving up on this dream, and the only way to get to a situation where we're all sharing in it is to riot.
Stepping into this leadership vacuum, man of the moment, Julius Malema. This crisis has given the ANC rebel a cause. He's appeared at mine after mine, whipping up the crowds and encouraging striking miners to keep up the fight.
Julius Malema has been kicked out of the ANC, so he doesn't have a platform anymore. And so he sees that there's pain and he rushes to it. And gets himself the soapbox and speaks what that audience of 2,000, 3,000 wants to hear.
A group of miners chant their support for Julius Malema on their release from custody.
There's no one from the government who came first, but it's only Malema who came first, and the others, they're following him. You see, Malema is a great. Malema is a great.
These miners and their loved ones were being transported home in buses laid on by Malema. As his popularity soars, the ANC, facing its greatest crisis since taking power, ignores this discontent at its peril.
Inigo Gilmore in South Africa.